Number 23, f of x equals 1.84 to the power of x over 4. The function f is defined by the given equation. The equation can be written as f of x equals 1 plus p over 100 to the power of x, where p is a constant. Which of the following is closest to the value of p? Okay, first things first, I want to address this 1 plus p over 100. This is a fancy schmancy trying to trip you up way of saying 1 point something, it's a decimal. And there's two spots, 1 point blah blah, like 1.15, 1.23, something like that. That's it. And they're wanting to know what those two numbers are. Is it 1.16, 1.21, 1.46, or 1.96? Why am I saying that? Because it's saying 1 plus one of these numbers over 100. Let's say it was 16 over 100. 16 hundredths can be rewritten as 0.16. So 1 plus 0.16 would be 1.16. So it's this fancy way, so you don't have to put like, there's two numbers after the decimal. What are those two numbers? But that's all they're asking. That 1 plus p over 100, don't let that, kind of get you in a tizzy, which I can totally see it happening. I would totally understand too, because when I first looked at it, I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh my goodness, they are just trying to be oh so fancy and mess with you. They're just saying it's a number. It's a 1 point something, a decimal in there. What are the two numbers after the decimal? Which of these is it? Okay, so now that we've got that, we're just looking for this decimal place. Don't worry about the 1 plus p over 100. No, it just means a decimal. Okay, so the next thing we need to realize is we've got two things that are being equivalent to each other. We're saying f of x, it can be rewritten as this, so they are the same. So there is 1.84 to the power of x over 4. And then there is 1 point something, and we're trying to find out what that something is, to the power of x. And those are the same. So what I need to do is I need to rewrite this so it's to the power of x, and then I'll find out what those two decimal places, those two numbers after the decimal are. How can I do that? I don't know what x is. How do I convert this? X over 4 and x. The thing they want you to remember is your exponent rules. How do I get from x to x over 4? What would I multiply x by to get from x to x over 4? I would multiply it by 1/4. Is this the same as dividing by a number? Yes, it is. But trust me for this one, if you say x divided by 4 or x times 1/4, it is the same thing. Yes, in this particular case, we want to use the multiplication. Why? Because we like you. No. Why? That's an old reference. It's like even before my time. Mickey Mouse Club, if you're interested. It's like from the 50s, I think. I digress. Sorry about that. So why would we do this? Because there is an exponent rule that says it's the power to the power rule. Where let's say if I had 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 4, I can multiply those together. Power to a power, 2 to the power of 12. It is the same thing. That's what they're wanting you to make that connection. Go, wait a minute. Power to a power. I can kind of break this up. And then I would have this x on the outside. I could do this. So just like here when I said 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 4 is the same as 2 to the power of 12. The base stays the same. Just we can bust up the exponents. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to break up this exponent into to the power of 1/4 to the power of x. So, because then when we go backwards, we can multiply together. So 1.84 to the power of 1/4 to the power of x is the same as that. Because if I were to multiply these together, power to a power, I would get 1/4 x, which is the same as x divided by 4x over 4. Same thing. They're all identical. Okay, let me try to get rid of that red highlight. I got rid of my parentheses too. I knew that would happen. So now I know 1.84 to the power of 1/4 to the power of x equals 1 point something or other to the power of x. All I need to do is type in 1.84 to the power of 1/4 into my calculator. and I will get 1.16467. And here it's saying which of the following is closest to the value of p. Remember, because we're going to be rounding it to those two places. And if I rounded it to those two places, it would be 1.16. That is the closest to the value of p of those. 16, 21, 46, 96. 16 is the closest, and that is A. Because 1.16 is the same as approximately 1.16 is the same as 1.84 to the power of 1/4, which then would be the same, as that to the power of x. Yeah, they love trying to make these extra complicated by throwing in those little wrinkles. Sorry about that. Sorry you guys have to deal with that. Hey guys, head over to my new site, mathwithalyssa.com, to get your free 10 video course of SAT tips and tricks. It covers things like how to make a study plan that's perfect for you, how to pace yourself during the test to get maximum points, and so much more. I'm super excited to get this out to you guys, and a lot more SAT prep help is coming for you in the weeks ahead. Again, that is mathwithalyssa.com. And if you liked the video you just watched, please let YouTube know. Comment, like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.